If you're watching this right now, we need your help. Yeah, you. As you know, we release the YouTube version of the show every week, every Sunday night. And while we do appreciate the support you guys have given us, we do have a slight problem. And the problem is that we're not getting enough likes on our videos. We got videos that have hundreds of views and only a handful of likes. We got videos that have thousands of views and only a handful of likes. So we're asking you to hit the like button right now before you even watch the video. Why is that? Because YouTube has algorithms, and those algorithms have rules to where it says if a video is not getting enough likes, they bury it. They don't recommend it to other people, and other people cannot find out about the most infamous podcast on planet Earth, Super Duty Tough Work. That, my friends, is why liking videos is so important. Please just hit the like button. We don't ask much of you all, and liking the video is totally free. It goes a long way to ensure that me and Illogic can continue to make content like this. So if you haven't done it yet, hit the like button. If you've done it already, thank you. On with the show. Yeah.
What up?
What is good, my dude?
Chilling, man.
Seems like it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has, and we only missed a week.
No, like, where you been at?
Yeah. Yeah, we only missed a week. It always seems like that, though.
Yeah, every week be like a month. Like, damn, I ain't podcasting in a long ass time.
Especially because we've been so busy.
Yeah, that's it. Feel like mad shit has happened in the last week.
Right.
You know, your week is coming up, you know. Album release.
Yeah.
You know. Tuesday, Illogic's Autopilot. He came in here with the shirt on.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey. You know what I mean?
Purple joint. You know what I mean? Cop the purple joint at IamIllogic.com.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, his record comes out Tuesday. This week was the release of my book. And, you know, it's been a busy time for your boys.
Yes.
You know, like the stuff that we talk about on this podcast every week. I hope that y'all have been seeing it. Put
in action.
In action. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We've been using our own stuff, you know, applying these principles and techniques. And I hope that y'all are watching and seeing the results and seeing that, you know, this ain't just some shit we talk just to tell people what to do or to sound knowledgeable. It's stuff that we've learned through trial and error, and we try to apply it every week. And, you know, we've got some good results.
Yep.
I know some of y'all seen the video I posted of my living room when I was saying this is what sport looks like.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, go there and check that out. It's just like a short little video, but it shows all these packages of the book going out, and the amount of support is real. You know, it's hard to, you know, sometimes, you know, I ain't put out nothing in 2 years, and this book is the first thing I released since 2018. So I forget sometimes that people rock with your boy.
Yeah. Oh, they like me.
Oh,
they fuck with your boy.
Yeah, I remember now.
Right.
People fuck with me, you know, and so I appreciate y'all fucking with me. So, you know, and Illogic is releasing this stuff this week, so we're just applying everything. So we figured this is a perfect time to do this next episode.
No.
Illogic do not want to do this episode, y'all. He's like, please, not so soon. Because he's still in the middle of this shit with his record. He ain't on the other side yet.
Yeah, man.
And so he can't reflect at all. There's no reflection. He's not ready for this episode. But we're going to make him do it because it's healthy.
Yes, it is.
And as many of you remember, last year we did 60 days. Or did we do 90 days?
No, we did 90 days.
Okay, so last year we did a 90 days of discipline challenge. And a 90 days of discipline challenge was, we went basically from like October through the new year. And during that time, you pick, you know, a few things that you know you can and should be doing. And you take it as a challenge, put it together, plan every week, every day to get those things done. And then at the end of those 90 days, you know, y'all call in, let us know what challenge you took on and how did it go. And if you achieved it. And last year we had a lot of great calls, people doing children's books and getting on their fitness,
all kind of shit,
kind of dope stuff, finishing albums. And, you know, it's something that we agreed to do back then every year, and to bring back.
And here we are.
Yeah, here we are, Illogic. I know you don't want to do this shit, but we doing it anyway, bro.
I ain't releasing nothing in October next year.
Yeah, that's the problem we talked about. The problem with this is, like, you know, you roll right out of your album release in October,
right?
And you can't chill at all,
right? No chill.
So, you know, this week we're going to talk about the 90 days of discipline, what our goals are. We're going to talk about the obstacles and how we plan on addressing them, and then we're going to, you know, invite y'all to participate and tell y'all how to get down with it. Right. And so we'll take a break and we'll be right back. We got you stuck off the realness, the most infamous, you heard of us. Official podcast murderers, the show comes equipped with viewpoints to share. Grown man ideas for all those who care and wanna grow, so go ahead and download. Every single week with a brand new episode. You're not alone in this world, cousin, so we share information and honest discussion and keep repping the culture like we supposed to. They spread gossip, but they never come close to. I can hear it inside their tone. They talk about the industry, but never left their home. You get laced up with bullet points and such, plus empowering topics that they never would touch. You can put your whole network against the team, but Super Duty Tough Work's the MVP. Most valuable podcast on MP3. Priceless info, but all of it's free. So take these words home and think them through. Super Duty Tough Work is coming at you. You are now listening to Super Duty Tough Work with your host, Blueprint. Raw and uncut. Adult conversations. No shucking, no jiving, and no bullshit. All right, 90 days.
Yes.
Of discipline.
Yes.
Challenge.
Yes.
And this is gonna be extra challenging because brothers don't even get to chill.
No chill.
Like I literally,
no vacay.
Last week I got my ass kicked.
Man, listen.
Getting all the packages out. And this week got my ass kicked a little bit more, not as much. And so my instinct right now
is to not do shit.
Not do a damn thing, bro.
Nothing.
I took a few days off this week, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you know, I wasn't working hard and I needed it. And but then I started thinking like, yo, it's almost time to lock in for January.
Right.
You know, if you really think about it, for those of you at home, look at the calendar right now. It's October 17th.
Yes.
And so, I mean, at the time of this recording, October 17th, you basically have a little over 2 months.
Yeah.
It's a brand new year, 2021.
It's the fourth quarter, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's time to ball out.
Yes.
Come on, y'all. And so we want to get started. We're going to have this conversation and y'all going to be a part of it. And so let's start with these goals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll do my first and you'll do, we'll just rotate back and first. So my first goal for this 90-day challenge is to finish my next book.
You already back in. You already doing this to yourself again?
I'm killing myself right now. I'm crazy for this. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. I don't even think this is a wise decision. I'm second guessing it already. It's hey, look, I don't know if this is gonna happen, but you know what? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Look. This is what we realized last year.
Mm-hmm.
We were in similar challenging situations.
Right.
You know, but the fact that we went hard for those 90 days put us so far ahead of where we would have been at had we not even put the shit out there.
Right.
So I have to put this book thing out there because I believe that if I get it done, even if it don't drop when I want it to, it will be way ahead of where it would have been had I not taken it on.
Right.
You know, so the book thing, you know, I got a lot of it written. Mm-hmm. I don't have none of it formatted or laid out. You know, I still need to do some work. It's going to be a challenge.
Okay.
But if I can get it done in the next 90 days, then it can be released in January.
What? So
that's my number one goal. What's yours?
My number one is to have my next album written. At least written and recorded in the next. I'm halfway there already.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So have it written and recorded in the next 90 days. I think I can pull that off.
I like that because I like that you only committed to the writing part because you know how the mixing, mastering, revising,
all of
resequencing.
That. Yeah, I ain't stupid.
Man. Good.
I know the process.
Yeah. You're not dumb like me trying to finish the book. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a smart one because the writing part is typically the biggest part up front.
Right.
But it's really, if you sit down every day, You can write an album like that in 60, 90 days.
Right, because I got most of the beats already that I've chosen.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in the writing phase now and trying to make sure, concepts and things like that. And
yeah.
So like I can do that in 90 days because, I got the beats are kind of the hard part, picking the sound that you want for the record.
That's
and,
true.
All of that. So I kind of got that part done already. So it's really just the writing phase that I'm in right now.
Okay. So, yeah, that's doable.
Yeah.
That's not too crazy.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I ain't like you. Shoot, I just say it right. You know what I mean? I just got it right for 90 days.
Yeah, well, I mean, you far ahead of me on that front. Like, I want to start. I mean, granted, my next record is done, but I kind of want to start the beats on my next record. This fall. Yeah, I haven't committed to the writing part because I still, like you saying, you got to get your beats first. Then you start assembling some shit. Then you start writing.
Right.
And so I'm not even. I don't even have no beats right now. I'm just like, man, but I just want to do music because I miss it so much.
Oh God, I miss it so much. I just want to write a song.
Yeah, that's it, man. Gotta write a little hot jam.
Yeah, man. Like every now and then, like I'll sneak a feature in so I can still get the juices flowing. That feeling. Just so I can still record something. Just to get it.
Yeah, I ain't even done no features in a minute. I need to, but I've been kind of because it's like I want to go all the way in where like when I'm working on music, I'm pretty much 6 to 8, 9, 10 a night. 5 days a week I'll be in the studio doing something music related. Right. I haven't done that in a while, at least a month or two. So I want to get back into that. And then like you're saying, shit will start flowing. It's just, you got to get into that. Right. So that's a good one. Okay. So internets, y'all got to hold Illogic accountable for this joint.
Yeah, but it's just the writing and recording part.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
True.
Just all my drafts. Get my drafts out.
Okay. So my number two goal is to reissue one of my old LPs.
Oh, that's nice.
Like it's either going to be Respect the Architect or Two-Headed Monster.
Okay.
That, what I'm saying? I don't know which one is coming down the pike. I've talked to the plan about some things and I got to talk to them again and see, what the timetables is going to be looking like. But I would like that to be done within the 90 days.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So before the end of the year, I'd like one of those joints to be out. I don't know. Might happen, might not. I don't know anymore.
Yeah. I mean, because that's not really something you can control.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's something dealing with a plant and their schedule and, you know what I'm saying?
As you have experienced.
Yeah.
With the delay of your LP.
Come on. So so that's that's a good goal, but if it doesn't happen, it won't be because of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It won't be because of me. And then it's something that if it does happen, I can either release it at the end of this year or early next year.
Right.
And so, but right now I'm just gonna put it on my list so that I know this is a priority.
Right.
Because you get this out, it changes everything, and it allows me to kind of, also get back into the musical swing of things.
Word.
So what's your number two?
To finish the production for this Curly Castro project.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Curly Castro are working on a project.
Yes.
So
friends of the show.
Friend of the podcast,
Curly Castro.
Call Out Culture.
Yeah, what up, yo?
What up?
We got the collab coming with them.
Yeah, coming up.
Monday?
Yeah, Monday we record that.
Okay, yeah. So we got a podcast collab with Call Out Culture podcast coming up soon. So check that out. I've been on there once or twice. You've been on there?
I haven't been on there
yet. Okay, so you'll be on there with us this coming week. So yeah.
Yeah, but to get the production out to him for that, to finish it, I got like 3 songs. I got 3 beats I made so far.
Okay. That's dope. Yeah, he likes that weird shit.
Yeah, so
you write it.
And he sent me this soundtrack to like base everything off of, which is like weird industrial sounds and shit. Yep. And I'm having so much fun, like
of course, that's your lane.
Just go. That's all me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having so much fun with that. So I'm working on that. But to get that production out to him, so we can start.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's a challenging goal. Yeah. And then he writes pretty fast. He's not like a guy who takes a year to write a record.
Yeah,
I'm writing.
Yeah, so hopefully, like we talked EP, but we'll see how it goes. See how many beats I can get done. Yeah, and we may stretch it. Yeah,
watch after your record is out next week, and then you just you start relaxing. You're gonna take about a week off. Mm-hmm. You're gonna do all them beats in a month,
right? Yeah, once I get back in there, it's a wrap. Yeah, do it 3 or 4 a night. Yeah,
it's just funny when you're independent like we are, and you release everything. You do so much yourself. You need a period of doing nothing.
Oh yeah, man, it's already like it's already planned. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I ain't posting shit. Like don't even call me. Don't send me nothing for a feature. Don't call me about nothing.
Yeah, I ain't been on Twitter almost at all in a week. I have not been tweeting shit. I'll retweet some shit. Yeah, man. I ain't had no original thoughts on Twitter in a week.
Yeah, man. I'm like, don't even. I ain't thinking about that.
I'm with you. Yeah. So that kind of leads into my number 3 thing, which is kind of revolving what we talked about off the air, which is like, brothers ain't got no hobbies no more.
We're finding something new.
Yeah, we need some hobbies. So like my number 3 thing for the next 90 days is just learn basic clothing alterations. And this is something that popped up because I got like a suit a few months ago. You know, I was going back to church. Let me get my suit game right. And then I got it altered and I was like, ooh, I like this. Yeah. And it kind of sent me down a rabbit hole and really just looking at my own clothing and be like, oh man, you know, my mom been trying to get me to sew for my entire life. And I've been like, no, my mom is serious with the sewing, you know.
Yeah, my mother-in-law is a seamstress too.
Yeah. And so, you know, I just never had an interest, and I realized it's because I didn't have no application for it.
Right.
So this last week I just started messing with it, got me a sewing machine, you know, and I posted something on Instagram for those who follow me there today. And it's just like a sweatshirt that I had altered. And it shit looked dope, you know what I'm saying? And that shit kind of got me like, you know what? I don't have no hobbies, man. This is a hobby.
Right. Something outside of music.
Yeah.
Outside of work.
It's the first time I've had something outside of work that I can do that ain't got nothing to do with work or the pressure of creating or art. It's like every hobby I had, I eventually turned into my career. And that's dope on one hand, but it's like, yo, everything turns professional, then where do you go?
Yeah, you can't have no fun.
Can't no fun,
no
man.
Fun.
So it's like I was, you know, at one point in time, beats and rhymes was just a hobby.
Yeah.
Now it's a life, you know. At one point in time, like running the label, we just did it. We all had jobs. We just did it. Now it's my job. It's okay. The cameras, taking pictures, and then video. And then I made a movie and then music. Now I'm getting paid to use the camera.
Right. And
I still love it, but it's different, right? So like, this is like something cool where it's like, you know what? No one expects nothing from me. No one. It's just a pair of pants. Can you figure out how to make these pants fit?
Right.
This shirt? Can you alter a t-shirt and make it fit you better? And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And I'm sitting in there at 1 o'clock in the morning, like tearing out a seam that I fucked up on some pants that I ruined. And I'm like, you know what? I ruined these pants, but I wasn't gonna wear them anyway.
Right.
And this is kind of cool because it ain't got nothing to do with music. Right. Time just started flying. I was like, all right, I think I got a new hobby. And so my goal is just to learn basic alterations. Like, can I put a hem in some pants? This is basic shit that men typically don't know how to do. We be going to our moms for this shit.
Yeah, of course.
Tailors for this shit. I'm like, why can't I hem my own pants? Why can't I learn how to let out some pants or some dress pants? Or why can't I learn how to, you know, alter a shirt or something like that? Basic stuff. I don't need to know how to make a custom suit.
Right.
I just need
just the basics.
Basics, because my wardrobe opens up. I have so many cool pieces in my wardrobe. You know how it is. We be killing the thrift store.
Yeah. We thrifting all the time.
But some of them older pieces ain't cut. Like, they ain't got a modern cut.
Right.
So like, you find an ill sweater, you like, yo, I need that, but the cut is all boxy and weird. You alter that cut, it's like blue and cream, you know what I mean? It's like this is cold. You know, you be looking at it like, yo, that look like a fucking, you know what I'm saying, 80s joint. How we got it with the modern cut with the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You break out with the Nautica joint, but it's cut like some 2020 shit. Yeah, you're killing them.
Change the game.
You know,
the game a little bit.
And it's just little shit like that where I got a bunch of pieces that I don't really wear a lot. I'd say I only wear about 10% of my wardrobe. Yeah. Because the majority of it I don't feel comfortable with. But I was like, yo, this is a good hobby, so I'm just gonna mess with them. I've been on YouTube and, you know, I might take a basic sewing class. I got a sewing machine now and I know how to do some basic shit, but I'm just learning, you know. My mom's, I talked to sewing with her last night for like 20 minutes and she was laughing like, well, I can't believe you doing this now. It's about time. All these years. Yeah. You know, so it's something cool, you know, something I can talk to her about. And then, so that's just my goal in the next, 90 days, just to get more familiar with that and, maybe share a little bit more as I get more, get better at it.
Where? So my last one is to have the outline for the first volume of my lyric book. I'm gonna do volumes because
too many lyrics.
Way too many lyrics. So what I'm gonna do, me and Haiku actually had this conversation. Yeah. And what I'm gonna do is take songs that have relatable topics and put them in the volumes.
Okay, so it's grouped by themes,
group
almost.
by theme instead of group by album.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So had a first outline and get all those lyrics transcribed. For that.
What the people don't know is you been had lyric books, man.
Hey,
you
man.
had poetry books back in the day. You was the first author in Waitlist. I told you years. I said, how you gonna let me get out more books than you?
Right, I was the first.
You was the first author in the crew.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Selling them poetry books like a motherfucker on tour.
It was
slanging them. Then they went out of print. You ain't bring them back.
Yeah, I ain't brought up. Somebody actually. The crazy thing is, like, literally last week, somebody sent me an email like, when are you going to repress your poetry books?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
You should take all of them, put them into one volume.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
That's a good 150 pages right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, man. Don't let me out hustle you, man.
Yeah, man. But, so I'm have the outline at least and all the transcription of the lyrics for that volume.
Yeah, the transcription part ain't fun.
No. Nah, because, like, especially now, it's not as hard because we write on our phones.
Yes.
So we can just send ourselves an email, copy and paste, and it's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, loose leaf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I can't find the loose leaf, I got to listen to the song.
Well, the cheat code is going to Genius for your own lyrics.
Man, I've tried that. you know what I'm saying? I've done that. And I've copied them. And then it's like, I go through like, okay, that's wrong.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Wrong.
That line is wrong. But, it gets you a little head. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely searched Genius for some lyrics.
I feel guilty admitting that, but it's true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Because sometimes man, we got so many albums and so many songs. Yeah. If we try and do, especially something like I'm trying to do, where we multiple songs, multiple lyrics, man, Genius, here I come. You know what I'm saying? Search Illogic.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What joints you got in here?
I've had to do that on tour. Mm-hmm. Where I forgot the lyrics of something I want to perform.
Genius real quick.
Yeah, look at my own shit. How does that rhyme start?
Right.
I cannot remember. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So that's your number 3?
Yeah, that's my third one.
I got one more. Okay, my last one is just to keep my workouts going. Mm-hmm. I started in like January 1st after we've concluded the last 90-day challenge. And I've been going pretty strong. The last few weeks I'm kind of hit or miss with all of this stuff, But now that it's starting to get cold again, I'm going to start getting on my workout shit again, like every night, instead of every other night. And I just want to make it to a year straight. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
And be able to say, okay, here's a picture of me this time last year. Before and after joint. I want to have a clean joint where it's like, okay, you went a whole year. How do you feel? How does that look? Mm-hmm. And so I can say what 1 year of sticking to it, working out, 4 to 6 days a week, what that looks like. Even just 30 minutes a day. That's all I typically do, 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day. I don't do nothing crazy, but it's made a big difference so far. But, this is the part of the year, like you're saying, we want to chill. Mm-hmm. Brothers don't want to be working out, doing all that stuff.
Right.
It's cold outside.
Cold, man.
I don't want to do none of that stuff. I can't ride the bike like I could before. And so that's my fourth one. You got one more?
I got one more. Okay. I am in the process also of because the next Lucid Logic album, I'm doing the production on it.
Okay.
And he's doing most of the rhyming. So, and he has it basically done. It's an EP done. So, I got to mix that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So having that mixed, you know what I mean?
You can do that.
I can do that. Just mixing. See, like that's the thing. Like the beats are made. Mm-hmm. He didn't send me most of the vocals, and I have them. All I gotta do is go downstairs and mix them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So with everything else, like because mixing, you gotta mix it.
Oh, I know.
Then take
brother.
a pass, and then just let it rest. Listen to it in the car for 3 or 4 days. Go back and tweet.
It's not a fast process.
Yeah, it's not a fast process.
Yeah. So those are our goals. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back and talk about the challenges and the obstacles because, a lot of time people talk about setting goals, but we're not realistic about what we're up against.
Right.
And so we fall short because we underestimated the challenges. And so we want to make sure that like, if you're listening at home, this first section, we need y'all to be writing down 3 or 4 goals, things that you should be able to do in the next 90 days. And in the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about challenges and we're going to have you write those down as well so you can address them so you can, increase the likelihood of success.
Word.
So we'll take a break and we'll be right back. For the last year, I've been telling y'all, new book coming soon. The new book is coming soon. The new book is coming soon. Proud to let y'all know the new book is finally here. It's pre-ordering right now on waitlist.net. The new book is titled The 10 Traits of successful hip hop artists, and it will be out officially on Tuesday, October 13th. In the book, I use interviews, album lyrics, anecdotes, and everything else I could get my hands on to reveal 10 traits that have defined the success of some of the dopest hip hop artists of all time. From Jay Dilla to Rock Marciano to Murs to Mr. Dibbs to 50 Cent to the RZA, Slug from Atmosphere, Evidence, Tech Nine, De La Soul, and many, many, many more. If you rock with me, I need you to go to waitlist.net right now and pre-order your copy. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. Yeah, folks.
Word.
We back. Super Dute, Tough Work Podcast, 90 Days of Discipline. We need y'all to participate this time. As I said before, when we get to the end of the year, New Year's, we're going to have y'all call in and let us know how y'all did, how the challenge is going, and give us your results. And if you did some dope shit, got anything done or got anything started or on track, that's success.
Yes.
You know?
It is.
So, we want to involve the community in this. And so now we want to talk about challenges, because this shit ain't just going to happen.
Nah.
Because we said it.
Right. This work got to be done.
I said it. Done.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't just manifest shit. You got to actually do the work.
Right.
There's a lot of shit that goes on. So I'll go first. The biggest challenge with my book is just the instinct to do nothing.
Yes.
Because I just finished the book.
Yes.
That's the biggest obstacle. If I hadn't just released this book and finished this book, it would be so much easier to lock in, sit down, and knock this shit out.
Right.
But the fact is that I'm dealing with the I don't know if I want to say burnout, but the emotional toll of just finishing a book.
Dude, you wrote a 250-page book.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine you not wanting to fucking type for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Can I take a break?
Yeah, just take a break. It's understandable.
Day off.
It's understandable, yo.
Yeah. So that's the biggest obstacle. Like, okay, how do you continue to push yourself and stay disciplined when you emotionally are tired of doing the same thing or doing something that you just finished doing? And for me, I think the answer is going to be extreme discipline.
Yes, you have to be.
Right? Like, you can't be lax.
Because you really gonna be like, I don't feel like doing this shit.
Yes.
Because you just did it. You just took a year.
Yes.
At least a year and a half of your life, and you were doing it pretty much every day.
Yes.
And you're gonna be like, I don't feel like doing this shit. I really got it. You really gonna have to schedule. You really gonna have to be rigorous with it.
I get my Google alerts got to be going on.
Yes.
You should be writing right now. Like every day, it's something. I need multiple alarms telling me to spend an hour or that 2 hours a day on it. And it's not at the point where I need to spend 4 or 5 hours a day.
Right.
It's past that point. It's where I can spend an hour to 2 hours and reach the goal, but it will be difficult because I want to chill. So the resolution to that for me is just to be even more disciplined for the next 90 days because the payoff is going to be tremendous. Because here's the thing. Yeah, I haven't released a book in 6 years. 2014 was the What a Night, I think. And then to come back with this in 2020. But if I can release 2 books within 6 months, all my other books will have a lot more momentum.
Yes.
And then the thing too was like, I need to finish this next book because 2020 music game.
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what y'all get hit with.
Yeah.
2021 we dropping everything.
Right. Mad bars.
Everything must go. I'm in your faces.
Yeah.
Albums, instrumental albums, EPs, 45s, LPs. I'm in your face in 2021.
Right. You gonna hear this voice.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be no words on paper. It's gonna be motherfucking music, y'all.
Yeah.
And so I know that I gotta, if I don't get this book out before that rush.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be this time next year before I get back to that book.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, let me just go ahead and take advantage of the situation. And I have seen a lot of good, strong momentum around this book. And so I think another way to get over this challenge is to try to use the feedback and momentum that I'm seeing from this current book right now.
Right.
to push through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you got something to look at to keep you going.
Yeah.
It's not just like out of the blue, you trying to write a book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to motivate yourself. You know,
Yeah.
You got stacks of packages to motivate you.
Yeah. Everybody's supposed, I love the book. I'm here. I read it. I finished it. So while it's fresh and new, it's like, this is actually probably a good time to be doing it. So that's the biggest obstacle in how I plan to do it. So what you got?
Yeah, mine is, my first one is pretty much the same for the writing. It's just, I don't feel like doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's so liberating just to admit that,
yeah,
right?
Like I just don't, bro. Like it feels like literally like at least the last 2 years or so.
Yeah.
This is all we've been doing is concentrating on your book, my album, ways to promote it. You know what I'm saying? Everything has been kind of focused on that. And, you know, for my album to be releasing Tuesday, I really don't want to do shit else, man. Like I don't want to write a rap. I don't want to make a beat. I don't want to be in my basement at all.
No.
I want to lay in my bed, you know, watch some TV.
Dumb out.
You know, just nothing, you know, but, you know, can't really do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't really, you know, I could take a week, you know what I mean? But, you know, I can't take longer than that. But I think, you know, the main thing, like you said, is just going to be really, with all of my goals, is really just the discipline to get down there and spend, you know, maybe one day is my book day.
Right.
One day is, you know, my mixing day. One day is my production day. You know what I'm saying? Like to where I schedule it that way instead of, you know, just free balling it. You know, just winging it, you know, doing what I feel when I feel it. Like I have to be rigorous with it or else ain't shit gonna get done.
Man, that's so real. Yeah, that was one of the realest moments, man. I'm glad you admitted that. So many people will never admit that.
Yeah.
That like, I just don't feel like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a natural thing. Mm-hmm. Like, there's nothing wrong with admitting you don't feel like doing no music.
Right.
You don't feel like putting out a record. You don't feel like promoting it. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. But see, that's why discipline is important.
Right.
Because like,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I gotta do it.
You gotta do it.
But I don't feel like it.
It's who we are.
I don't feel like it.
Don't feel like it.
Gotta do it.
It's perfectly okay to admit that, man. And that's why we have to have plans and reminders and notes and write it down and put it out there to make ourselves accountable, because we know that not feeling like it ain't gonna get us nowhere. Mm-hmm. So so number 2, my reissue, that the records, that's kind of out of my hands, like you're saying. Right. I've done my part. You know, they're trying to find the old things and can we get this out? When can we finish it? And so I got to have a conversation with them next week. But the biggest challenge is just, you know what my biggest challenge might be is that both of them might get done at the same time. Mm-hmm. Then it's gonna be like, oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Right. I was really just trying to get this one first, and I figured that one. But if things work out to where they both can be done at the same time, it would, you know, obviously have to pay for them. Right. But
there's a money issue.
Yeah, there's money issue. Might fuck up a little bit, tie up some of my money a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm planning on dropping that.
Not immediately, right. Brother. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let them hold something. A couple few dollars.
Right.
Gotta let the president plan hold a couple few dollars a little earlier than I had anticipated. But,
right.
You know, brother. Let me hold something. But yeah, that's really the biggest challenge, like the timing of it. And so I'm trying to be proactive and just call them, reach out to them next week and just kind of see now that the book is out. Because really, I didn't even want to think about it till this was out there, and I'm, you know, go to so it gets easier. So then it's like, hey, I just want to make sure that part goes, because that will probably be the next thing I release is reissuing one of my older records. Okay. And so that's it for that one.
Yeah, for me, for the getting the production done for the Castro project is because the production has kind of a theme to it. So, you know, making stuff that fits that theme, but you know, in the process, I'm just going to be making beats, and if I find some things that you know fit, but I think the main challenge is, you know, making sure I'm fitting the theme that we're going for, and not just diving back in, just making beats. Yeah. Like start making shit like, oh, I'm gonna keep that one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna send him that.
Right. You know? That's a little too hot for you, so let me keep this. Let me hold this. I think I might have some. I ain't gonna even let you hear this.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna send that one to you. But I think that's gonna be my biggest challenge, and I think the way I can, you know, kind of overcome that is really just kind of dive into the sounds that we're looking for, and you know, get a little more familiar with that world, because it's going to sound kind of industrial and shit. You know what I mean? And I've never really made crazy shit like that. I like the sounds, you know what I'm saying? But diving more into that world and hearing how those sounds are used, I think that'll get my ear ready.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So my third one was learning alterations, and that's just time and practice.
Yeah, that's just time and practice.
That's it. It ain't nothing crazy, because it ain't professional endeavor. It's just like, a personal endeavor. It's like, you know what? I'm bored on a Thursday night, 11 o'clock. Let me go in here and learn how to hem some pants. Let me practice on these joints. So I went and bought some stuff to practice on, hit the Goodwill up, came out of there with some nice joints.
Right.
And I got like 2 or 3 $5 suits.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they're all just a little off.
Right.
Like one of them is like size 38 or 36, and I'm like a 32. You know what I mean? And it's just big, and one is just boxy. And one is good, but the pants are short, and the waist is a little tight. So but they all got something wrong with them.
Right, that you can fix.
Yeah, and I was like, this is actually good, because now I can. These are projects. This is like class. So it's like most things, you want to learn something. Like when I first picked up the camera, it was like, okay, how can I find challenging projects? Let me start shooting music videos for my friends or whatever. And that kind of led me to get better with it, and gave me opportunities to learn things that I wouldn't have otherwise. So the biggest challenge with that is just to pick up challenging projects.
Yeah. To have the outline, start the book, just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never sat down and planned out the writing process of a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually probably going to do a little research and, get familiar with that whole process. So just taking the time and learning how that, process goes, and really, thinking about how is an Illogic book going to lay out? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
what's the easiest for the fans?
Yeah, like, what's the best way for the fans? What's the best way for me? You know what I mean? Like, and transcribing is just going to be time. You know what I'm saying? That's just time, like the discipline of taking the time out to sit down. Because I got a lot of songs. Like, if I do a love song volume, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of those. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or
story
relationships.
Joints.
Yeah, a lot of stories and stuff. So, just taking the time to do that. It's gonna be more time, so I gotta sit down and be disciplined about that.
That's dope. That's dope. So my fourth one is just the workouts, and that one to me is just staying regular when things get hectic. Because like just this whole last week or two of packaging and getting out these pre-orders and stuff. Nah,
you ain't doing no workout.
You don't feel like spending an hour doing nothing else, because you're just mentally consumed with that.
Yes,
but and then plus now I have the challenge of the changing weather. Whereas before I was like, I'll go ride my bike one day, I'll come in here, I wasn't inside working out quite as much. I could walk a little more. It's like adjusting to the changing weather and finding a time that works again, so now I might go back to like working out at 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night. I was doing something early, or I might go to doing it early. I ain't figured that out yet, but I know I have to change my times, because as my schedule changes creatively, I have to make sure I'm picking a time that maximizes me doing it. So that's the biggest challenge with those.
Yeah. With mixing the Lucid record, it's not really anything big. It's just, again, time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just scheduling the time to do it, and, making sure that I commit to it, because I want it to sound good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are, and this is me producing projects for other people. So this is, my first stint in that area. Yeah. So I want to make sure that, I do a good job with both of these projects that I'm working on.
Yeah, your name on the line.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? As a producer, it's a different world too. You know what I'm saying? It's a different world I'm diving into. I gotta make sure if I'm a splash, I can't have the album sounding like autopilot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't,
it gotta fit what they do.
Yeah, it gotta fit what they do. So as a producer, it's a challenge for me. So, I'm excited about that aspect of it.
That's dope. So if you're at home, you should have two things now. You should have a list of what your challenges are. You should have like a list, of what your goals are, and you should be reconciling. Okay, because if you looking at something and you can't say what the biggest obstacle is, then you're probably underestimating it. Yeah. And it might not get done.
Yeah, it might not get. You might get in there and like, oh shit, this ain't going. I can't get this done in 3 weeks or 3 months.
And then you get discouraged, and that happens a lot. People try to do something that they want to do, and at the first sight of resistance, they quit because they never expected that. The reason we have to do this section is so that that there's gonna be some shit. Like, not wanting to do some shit is a real obstacle.
Oh yeah.
Not having the time is a real obstacle. Like, being worried about, your reputation, that's a real thing.
Yes.
To admit. And
Very
it can
real.
slow you down. And when you get down there, it can paralyze you. And so if you're at home, you should be writing those down. And so, we're going to take a break and then we'll come back and we're going to tell you all how to participate in this big New Year's John.
Word.
Take a break. We'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Here to let y'all know we got a brand new 7-inch available on the weightless.net web store right now. The name of the record is Let Us Pray, and it's by the Thermites out of Reno, Nevada, featuring myself, Blueprint on a Rhymes. As you can see, we're dealing with some beautiful clear vinyl right here. The A side of the record is the vocal version. The B side of the record is the instrumental version. And just so you know, there's only 500 copies of this record, and I've only been given 50 to sell total. That means that if you want one of these records, you better act fast. This is the Let Us Pray 7-inch, available exclusively at weightless.net. Get yours before they run out. Peace.
To us, but to them, it's really small. I guess we still need faith like Biggie Smalls. Enjoy the quiet and meditate. Silence the mind, thinking of a better day. Let go of yesterday. Give thanks to the sun for another day. Let us pray.
All right, super duty tough work.
Yeah.
Last part, so if you're at home, we just want to talk about how to participate in this thing, man. So if you're at home, the first thing you need to do is write down 2-3 goals you have. We got 4, but that's just us. You know what I'm saying? And some of ours are interconnected. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't have to be goals related to your career or your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be simple stuff like, I want to start working out 3 days a week.
Yeah, I want to plant a garden.
I want to read a book a month.
Yeah, something like that.
Simple things like that.
Yeah.
If that's the goal, then we want you to write down 2 or 3 things like that you believe that within 90 days you can implement. That makes it more realistic. We're not trying to impress other people with these goals. This is not to say, oh, I did more shit than y'all. It's not that. It's more to say, I did what I set out to do, and therefore I feel more rewarded, fulfilled in this thing. So it's not for everybody else, although we share ours on here. And then we share because you guys get to see it in public.
Right. You get to see it work.
Right. So when Illogic was talking about, I think I'm going to start streaming in February or March.
Right.
Now you can see his results at the end of the year. When I said I'm going to finish this book, you can see the tangible book out.
Right.
That's why we share, so that you know that you're not really any different from us.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like, just side note on that. Like, we did this year. Yeah, came from doing this last year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, the success we had, us being tired.
Yes.
Came from us doing this last year. So you can definitely see that this shit works. Because
remember last year, there was a point where like cats, you were thinking about releasing your record, but you wasn't committed to it. Right. And we was like, yeah, we need to do something where we commit.
Yeah. And
we did that. And in that 90 days, we were amped.
Yeah.
And then this year, we're reaping the rewards of that.
Right.
And so it's not no overnight thing for y'all at home. So number 1, write down 3 realistic goals, 30 that you can implement within 90 days. Second thing we want you to do is write down the challenges associated with each goal. Be honest with yourself.
Yeah, be real.
You know what I'm saying? Don't say, I'm going to start working out 7 days a week if you haven't built up to 2 days a week.
You ain't even started working out yet.
Period.
None.
Just say, I'm going to do 1 or 2 days.
Right.
Don't come out crazy with it.
Right.
Don't say I'm going to read 3 books a month if you ain't read 3 books in a year. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've established some sort of, history with that. We want you to choose realistic things and be honest about the obstacles and the challenges, because if you are not, as soon as something pops up, you're going to be discouraged and not do it.
Yeah.
You're going to quit. You're not going to make it a week or 2. And so write this down, and then every week, just chop that tree down. Write a schedule of when you're going to work on your things. Like Illogic works best when he says, okay, I'm going to dedicate a day to each task.
Right.
I'm going to make beats on this day. I'm going to write on this day. I'm going to mix on this day, right?
Yeah.
I work better when I break my day up into hours, where I say, okay, from 12 to 2 is book time. No matter what book, I'm going to work on that. From 9 a.m. to noon is office time. No matter what is going on, I'm going to work on the business during that time. And then 6 to 10 is music time. That's just me. You got to come up with something that works for you, for your schedule. But the point is to commit.
Yes.
Commit. Write a specific day or time to do it. the first few times it's gonna be tough. You might just be sitting there uninspired.
Yeah, just sitting there. Like, well, I said I was gonna sit here do this for an hour.
Yeah. You sit there the hour. Even if you don't do shit, you sit there.
Yeah.
That hour you said you're gonna do it, you sit in a position where you will be doing that. If you say you're gonna work out 3 times a week, I don't care if you fucking hang out at the water cooler. Take your ass to the gym.
Right. Facts.
Be in the gym.
Facts.
You can stare at other motherfuckers. You can be talking to the clerk. I don't give a shit. You could be faking it, lifting the bar. I don't care. You take your ass to the gym. You be there.
Yeah.
And then the results will come, but you got to put yourself in position. And then what we gonna do? New Year's show. We telling y'all right now. Y'all are calling in.
Yeah.
We're going to start the call-ins around, we'll say somewhere around Christmas week. We'll tell y'all when to start calling in. We'll tell y'all the number and start leaving us your voicemails, because with 2 weeks left, you should know.
Yeah, if you achieve or not.
You're achieving something. Yeah. So we want y'all to call in, leave us the voicemail, let us know how it's going. We want to hear your stories. We're going to play your stories on the air, on the show, and we're going to do our results episode.
Yes, of course.
2021. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, 2020 came, man. We did it.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, with all.
Went to 2020.
Yeah, with all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
With all the crazy shit. And we,
did not let us discourage us.
Nah.
And if you at home, take note of that. Like, you still control your actions.
Right.
You may not control what goes on around you, but you do control your response to it.
Right.
And that's all we can control. So that's all we're going to talk about on this podcast. Facts. And so I hope y'all dig this episode, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Word.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Super Duty Tough Work. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Peace.
Shoot, I got styles already that's more complex that nobody know about. I mean, super duty tough work.